and this is the 7.2 update for Monk. Now, there were a few bugs that happened with 7.15. Things such as certain spell IDs and talent IDs were kind of swapped without Blizzard making any mention of it, so I had to fix those. But overall, a lot of the changes that took place in the profile took place for both Mistweaver and Brewmaster. When it comes to Windwalker, it's actually been working pretty good. I got the counter system I wanted to get. It's working really well. It's able to track your abilities very well, and it doesn't ever really get hiccups anymore. So you should never worry about dropping hit combo if you just go with what you see in the center, and all other abilities and cooldowns are set up around it. A couple other small tweaks where a hit combo now has the timer bar that rotates, and just like the other profiles, you can go ahead and turn it on and off by clicking that tab in the bottom left. Now, opening it up, you can see that the rotation, just like before, has been turned into a meta icon. I moved the hidden tracking up to the top left. That's all the behind the scenes stuff when it decides whether or not you should cast an ability or not. All that being said, moving into Mistweaver, you can see that the whole layout is completely changed. It was very basic before, where it was just a simple line of cooldowns on the top and bottom. Now they're using dynamic cooldowns just like the other profiles, and I've also put in the basic rotation for Mistweaver monks in case you want a DPS. It's a 3-button rotation. It's a very simple rotation, but it's just easier to keep track of your spells. Other things that have been added: Thunder Brew Focus will now highlight when it's active, so you know that you can use it for the next spell, and other cooldowns and everything else will adjust around it. Just like the other profile, if you take different talents, the bar will shrink or grow depending on what you choose. But for the most part, nothing too dramatic has changed. It's just a little bit more functional than it was before, and it shows information a little bit more clearly than it did. Brewmaster saw similar changes to what you saw with the Protection Paladin. Everything was condensed inwards. It was very wide, and there was a lot of extra icons. Brewmaster has a lot of abilities they can use, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and moved all the icons that are kind of fluff, which are, you know, your roll and some of your talent abilities. Those have been moved to the bottom, and all your major cooldowns are now on the are right in the front center for you, and you now have a rotation that's been implemented that takes into account blackout combo, whether or not you've talented into that. Other things you'll notice is that I've changed the positioning on both the brews. Iron Skin and Purifying Brew have been moved to be icons in the center, and when you use Iron Skin Brew, it will change the icon and also cause it to flash, so that it's more it's easier to see that you have the buff active and you don't end up overlapping it unnecessarily. So just going here, you'll also see I've adjusted the stagger bar so that it's a little smaller, but it's also in the center, easier for you to see. And there you can see the Iron Skin Brew buff as it's up, just so that it's an easier icon for you to keep track of. But yeah, those are all the big changes for this profile. It now includes the tier tracker, the combat toggle, and all the other minor quality of life changes I've been making overall. But I hope you guys like what you see, and I'll catch you in the next video.